Hello everybody, how's it going? It is me, your boy Average Rookie or Kenny, whatever you wanna call me now. Today I'm gonna do a different kind of video. It's not a let's play, it's a tips and tricks of, and it's on a game that is considered to be one of the most hardest hardcore game of this year. I'd say so far, yeah, I'd say that, yep. And that's Dark Souls 2. Now, I have completed this game, I have learned a lot about it, I've spent good 80 plus hours in it, so I'm pretty sure I can give new players the help they need in order to, like, not die so much and rage out of this game, because this game is amazing and I want everybody to experience this game the most. Now, before I start off, this is just tips and tricks for people who are new to this game, and I hope this really helps them. And one thing I'd like to emphasize on is, no matter how tough this game gets, guys, don't open any walkthroughs to any area, because this game's main emphasis is on one thing and one thing only, and that is exploration. And then if you don't explore, it kind of just beats the whole reason and fun of playing this game. Alright guys, so just don't look at walkthroughs, and I hope this guide, not a guide, more like a tips and tricks, helps you out, guys. So without further ado, let's start with the first one. Alright guys, now the first tip I want to start off this tips and tricks video would be character customization and class customization, basically. So when you start off the game, you'll reach a hut where you'll meet these old ladies and they'll get you into the screen. Now you have 4 settings here. I'm going to emphasize on class and gift, because body, face, and advanced setting is how you want to customize your playable character. Now classes, before I explain classes, I want to explain to you what each of these mean. So I'm gonna go off with rigor. Rigor is basically your overall health that you have, the overall stamina, because this game has a stamina system. So each hit, run, sprint, dodge, roll you do, it consumes stamina. So how much stamina you have. Vitality is how much equipment load you have. That basically means that there's no limit to how much items you can carry in your bag. But as far as equipping armor, swatch, and your weaponry goes, yeah, there's a limit to that. So there's a limit to how much there's a weight limit, which I further emphasize on in the next tip. So don't worry about it. Attunement is basically the number of spells that you can cast. It's something like an attunement block. Some spells use one, whereas some use more than one. So it all depends. Then the next thing I'm going to talk about is strength. Like it says, self-explanatory. Powerful weapons, to wield powerful weapons. So they are the more powerful they are, the more heavier they are. Dexterity is similar. It basically shows how efficient you are at wielding that weapon. Adaptability is a new skill they introduced, and this basically talks about your agility, I think, your survival, your agility and resistances. Now, this game has various stats that you get affected by, like poison, curse, all have different effects. So your adaptability to it is basically, this is what defines it. Then these two, the last two, intelligence and faith, are for sorcerers and miracle users respectively. Now I'm gonna go into classes here. Now you see, there are all these classes. Each class is a certain boost. Each class has different stats in the bottom right corner. So don't get alarmed. What this basically means is that it's just a basic boost for you. Like, you're gonna start up the game, you're like, alright, I want to be a warrior, so you're gonna a stat boost with the proper equipment for a warrior class. But further in the game, if you realize that you want to start doing pyromancy or sorcery or miracles, any one of these 3 spell forms, all you have to do is level up that particular skill, and you can do two at the same time. Now this is what I've been using for my current account, which I'll show you. It is basically a warrior and a miracle boost, so I'll just show you how it is. But don't get alarmed, just choose whichever one you want to roll with in the beginning, and you'll get the basic boost for that. But further in the game, if you want to walk on a different path or whatever, it's all up to you guys. Now let's say I go with sorcerer. Now gift is basically an item they'll give you in the beginning. Now if you were to ask me, I would go with healing wares, Because life ring is an item that even though it increases your overall HP, you get it further in the game, so you don't have to worry about it. Human effigy. Fun fact: a human effigy, you can get a human effigy like where you're talking to these old ladies. There's an upper room. Go to the upper floor. There's a chest there. Open it up, and there's a human effigy lying for you to pick it up. Just go ahead. Homeward bound is not necessary. It basically warps you back to your first bonfire, so it's not that necessary. So I wouldn't really recommend wasting, your gift on that. Seed of Giant is basically what it does is it's a PvP item for player versus player. It comes really further in the game. I highly don't recommend having this. Bonfire Ascetic, I don't recommend this either. Petrified something also. These three are technically not for new players at all. So I would prefer going with Healing Wares because it gives you life gems, who's important, I emphasize in the future tip, and also gives you three different kinds of human life gems. Sorry, these life gems, all these kind heal up a certain amount, and it gives you, this thing. This thing basically heals poison. So I really recommend going with Healing Wares. Alright guys, so I hope this helps you out in creating your final class. Yep, final class. So I hope this helps, and off to the next one. Alright guys, shortly after you start off, you're gonna get here, a place called Majula, alright? And then you're gonna meet this hot ass chick. So the thing is, she's the one you go to level up. And I wanted to talk about leveling up a bit, like just now I talked about skill allocation. This is just a small touch up to that. It's just that you earn souls, right? And as you level up, you need more and more souls to level up. Now, I'm at a stage where for me, 22,000 doesn't cut shit. I need minimum of 35,000 souls to level myself up, but for you guys will, start off with like, I don't remember that well, but I think it's like not more than 1,000 to level yourself up for the first time, and initially that soul is a lot, alright? Those many amount of souls you earn is a lot. So I would recommend you farm the tutorial area if you have to. It might be boring, but remember guys, this game is about patience, and I'll cover this up in the next one. But then what you want to do is you want to allocate your levels according to how you want to play the game. Like I mentioned earlier, if you're a mage, you want to keep in mind your intelligence, and your attunement. Faith not so much, because faith is pretty much for how do I put this? Cleric. I think that they're the clerics, I'm not quite sure, but yeah, they're the people who perform miracle spells. They're different from sorcery spells. So don't get them mixed up, guys. I am not professional at those two classes, so I really won't say much, but yeah, you want to make sure the skills you're allocating are going where you want them to go. And the main things I concentrated on were vigor, endurance, and vitality. These three are a must to level up, and the rest you can go as the way you want it to. Because the thing about vigor and endurance is these two are your health and your stamina. More health, more stamina. It's not, if you upgrade vigor, doesn't mean your stamina will increase, guys. It just increases your HP, as you can see in this highlighted area. But endurance levels up a bit of your HP, but a lot of your stamina. And vitality is your equipment load. And equipment load, again, I will show it to you in a minute, alright guys? Now, just make sure you do spend your souls. Don't keep on collecting them. Don't keep on stacking them up. Because the thing is, I've seen so many times, like, I'm in an area, and this happens, like, not deliberately, but by mistake, but I have, like, let's say 50,000-60,000 souls, and I die. And I lose them, because sometimes it's not possible to go get your soul back. And then you lose 60,000 souls, so don't keep, unless you're collecting for something. I just spend the souls I have, I honestly do. I don't take the risk of, keeping it with me. Anyways, guys, I hope this helps you level up properly, and then we're gonna head on to the next one. Alright guys, the next thing I'm going to cover is item importance and equipment load. Now, you must be like, item importance, like, what do you mean? Now, let me get you there. Don't worry about it, alright? As you can see on my bottom left, I'm shuffling through these items, alright? This is your hub. The down arrow, if you're playing on, I use an Xbox controller, on even on the PS3 controller, the down arrow on the keypad, on the arrow pad button, is basically your items that you can use for healing or bombs, etc. The left one is for your left hand, the equipments you've equipped on your left hand. The right one for the equipped on the right hand, and the up one is for people who do pyromancy, sorcery, or miracles. It's basically your spells you've stacked. It all goes up there. Alright guys, so the one thing you want to keep in mind is item importance. Now, the one thing I recommend is this game is hella cruel to you. So you only get one Estus flask, unlike the other game. If you played the first one, you don't start off with a lot of Estus flasks. You just, in this game, you just start off with one Estus, and then you have to find Estus shards to level your Estus up. So the one thing I recommend is spending a lot of money on life gems. Life gems are fucking lifesavers, alright? These things will heal you up pretty well. Not as much as your Estus flask, but well enough. And they also allow you to move while, see, like, I'm moving while using it. So I can use it on the go. Whereas Estus flask, I'm moving, but I stop to drink it. So I would highly recommend wasting your money on life gems. That is one of the main items, and the other items you get on the way, so don't worry about that. The one I wanted to emphasize for new players, or any player actually, was life gems. They are fucking lifesaver, guys. Don't, you know, get greedy on your soul spending. But one thing you need to keep in mind is the armor you're wearing, right? The armor I'm wearing, I didn't buy this shit. All the great armors you'll find further in the game, guys. And I'm serious when I say that, alright? These armors, you don't need to spend money on them. Armors can be found in the game if you search hard and well enough. So you don't need to waste any souls on armor, but what you do need to spend your souls on will be on blacksmiths. There are 2 in this game, 3 actually if you count the special one, but these people can reinforce your weapon. As you can see, my sword is +5, that means it's been equipped, it's been upgraded 5 times. My pyromancy flame has been upgraded 9 times. My armor, because I just recently found this armor, has been upgraded only once, but then I have armor like, let's say, Rengal's armor, which is upgraded 3 times. Or my bandit armor, because I start off as a bandit class, which has been upgraded 1 time. So you might want to, like, you know, spend your money on stuff like armor upgrades and life gems, but other than that, I don't really see you have to spend any money. At times you might have to, but other than that, for armors, nah guys, nah, just not. And now I was going to talk about equipment load. Now if you see here, each of these equipments has a weight to it, and this weight you can see by a diamond shape on the bottom right of its stats equipment status. 19.5, 8.2, 11.5. And the overall weight you're carrying can be shown on the bottom right above my soul. It's a percentage, 56.6%. Now let me just show you something. I'm just going to get fully naked, and then I'm going to equip one thing at a time. Now my equipment load is 11.5. Now it's 23.2. Now it's 30.1. And now it's 47.8. Now it's 58.2. Now it's 68.7. And now it's 74. Now here's the thing. You saw it's 74, right? What's happening to me? I can't dodge roll properly. But if I simply do this, bam, instant dodging is back. The main idea, guys, is every time, alright, anytime you are equipping something, keep it under 70%, alright? Always keep it under 70% and you will be agile and fast. If your equipment goes over 70, you're not gonna be that. Now I've seen many people who sacrifice their dodge rolling for, let's say, heavy equipments like my armor. I wouldn't recommend that, guys. I honestly wouldn't. Because see, here's the thing, if I take away I have these rings, these 2 rings, alright? They basically help me increase my equipment load. If I take this away, I automatically go back to 78. So keep your armor low. You find these rings fairly early on in the game, except for the dragon ring. These 3 rings, you find them pretty early in the game, so I would highly recommend, you know, stacking them up and using them. But always keep an eye on your equipment load and keep it under 70. All right, guys. So that's one thing I really wanted to touch up. And so now we go on to the next segment. Alright guys, the next thing I'm going to talk about is something that many people don't realize in a game or find it to be quite a cowardly tactic, which I think is stupid because the main emphasis on this game is to play smart and to finish the game without dying as much and raging out. And this tactic of mine can really help you, you know, rage less apparently, and that is enemy range. Alright, and this is the range I'm talking about. I'll just show you a demonstration first, and I'll just, like, you know, talk to you what I'm doing. As you can see, there's this enemy here. I'm gonna aggro him. Once I aggro him, he's gonna try attacking me. Now what you want to do is you want to keep running away from the enemy until you realize that there's a certain area he won't cross. As you can see, he won't cross. He won't come out of this tree. Alright, so use that to your advantage. Attack him. He comes back to attack you. You get the hell away from him, and he goes running back in. There you go. Now the thing what I did was every enemy, alright, every enemy, no matter big or small, except for the bosses, you know, because they are the bosses, has a range to it. You know, how far they're gonna come, and how far they can come. So the thing is to understand the range of an enemy, and these varies, alright, so you gotta have trial and error. But that doesn't mean you have to die in these trial and error. If you can do it right, you won't even die, to be honest. So you want to do trial and error, you want to know the range of the enemy and then stay outside of his range and attack him. Now this is a really good tactic for big enemies who you know can kill you in 1 or 2 shots. If you have, yeah, this is one tip I'll give you though, a pro tip. If you're a close range combat class, like my main class that I showed you guys, you want to have a bow and arrow in hand all the time, and you want to upgrade it, because a bow and arrow can really save you a lot of rage. Alright, range attack in this has been there's a pretty good emphasis on it. Alright guys, so keep that in mind. Always have a long range attack if you're a close combat. If you're a sorcerer or something, use this to your advantage and don't go heads in. Like, just don't go headstrong, go into the fighting. There's a reason why you're a sorcerer or a miracle or a pyromancer, because you work well outside of their battle range. Alright, so just keep that in mind, that enemy has range. Don't cross that range. Go into the range, aggravate them. Now this is another thing I want to touch up. I'll just show you what I mean. You see this enemy? He's just standing there still, right? What if I put my aim on him and I attack him? Now he's been aggravated. Now then you find your range. You just keep going away. You know he's not gonna he's gonna follow you to a certain limit before he turns back. Keep following away. And oh, look at here. It's the end of the freaking tree. Where is he? Look, he's turning back. And on the other hand, another thing I want to show you is you can either aggravate an enemy by, you know, attacking them first, do a bit damage to them, or alright, you know, this is a bad idea. Or, you know what? Let me show you something here. Oh wait, not here, not here. I was gonna die. Not here, guys, my bad, my bad. Yeah, pick up items. Items are important. Dagger, I already have a dagger. Alright, now see this enemy? Even without attacking me, he's gotten aggravated. So aggroing an enemy can sometimes, if they are not using a bow and arrow, force them actually to come and attack you. See, like this guy, I forced him to attack me. Another form of aggravation. By doing this, you can learn an enemy's range, and you can learn how to tackle them without dying like an idiot. I hope this really helps, and this is one of the main things I'd like to emphasize on, solely because it really reduces the amount of rage you'll get from dying over and over again from an enemy just because you went in head on. So yeah, I really hope this helps, guys. And on to the last one, which I really want to emphasize on. Alright guys, be right back. Alright guys, the last thing I'm gonna talk about, you know, one of the most important ones for me is take help if you need it, alright? And as you can see right now, I'm in my hollow form. And this won't work if you're in a hollow form, but if I use humanity like that, press it in my boobies, and bam! These white signs are called summoning signs, alright? Use them if it is too hard for you to fight a boss, or you know, you've been trying to find a boss, but you can't fight him. It's hard. It doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't mean you're a noob. It doesn't mean any shit like that. It just means, yeah, you're not perfect, you need help. All you gotta do is go up to them, press A, summon them, they'll come in, they'll try to help you. And that's pretty much what I want to emphasize on, guys. The thing is, people think that if you know, take help from these summoning signs, alright? Let me just greet this guy, you know, he's helping me. Sup, man? Let's go fight some bossies. Now, I might not concentrate on this boss battle as much. Fuck that, I'm done. Fuck, you know, fuck no. Ate some dragon arrows, bitch. See, now I can take this boss on my own, to be honest. I do have the, oh, it is asshole. I have the skill, but that aside, my main point is, see how he's helping me? It doesn't mind to have some help, guys. Honestly doesn't. On the contrary, it's good. You get to meet new people, you get to have jolly cooperation. Oh shit, he did that. I hate it when he does that. Nope, I'm out of your reach, motherfucker. Oh, you wish, bitch. Soul arrow that bitch. And there you go, guys. Victory achieved. Let me just thank him, you know. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, Eugene. Thanks a lot for your help. But anyways, I didn't mean to show you the whole boss battle. My bottom point was, take help when you need it, alright guys? You cannot finish this game alone, trust me. I mean, I'm not saying it, you can't, it's impossible, shit like that. But what I am saying though is that it doesn't hurt to ask somebody to come in and help you if you can't make it. And now, that's pretty much it, guys. Alright guys, so I hope this video helps you out even a tiniest bit. If it did, you know the drill, my beautiful people. Leave me some likes, leave me some comments, tell me how to get better, help me get better so that I can create better content for you. In this video, I did try a few minor editing stuff here and there. I'm still getting used to it because now that my holidays are going on, I'm gonna try to improve my content a bit more. Not a professional editor here, but trying to get better. So I hope you guys stick with me and support me. So I hope this helps, guys, and until the next time, adios.